Welcome back to the channel. Yep, getting after it. Went to the junkyard with David. Had a really good time. Now we're here tinkering with McNugget, just fiddle farting around. The electric water pump drive is not burnt up. After it had cooled off, I hit the switch, fired back up. Runs, I don't know. I had some trouble with the LTD one a few years ago and took it apart and lubed it up and stuff, and I've never had another issue with it. So this might need a little lubricant. We might just shoot a little WD-40 in it, just see how it goes without taking the whole thing apart, because that's a little bit of a hassle. But it is what it is. We might look at doing the suspension stuff. We might look at just bolting the intake on. It has got like a half-inch spacer on it. David was like, hey, just leave the spacer on. I mean, maybe that's what we'll do. Otherwise, I mean, I thought about just bolting it on just for the hell of it, to just run it. So just to take it, drive it around. So like I say, we might do the suspension stuff, and then we might look at doing the intake. Like I say, we got a lot of work. We got a lot of stuff we want to do to this car before we get back to the track. Some of it might be steps forward and steps backwards, because we might end up changing a few things. We might end up changing the rear end out of the car. We don't really know just yet. So we'll see. But I'm just going to fiddle around with it a little bit and take it down the road and see if we can break the shift fork in it. And sounds like a good time. How good does that look? Looks great. But what about that? We got a puncture. Yeah, we got a puncture. So anyway, we're just messing around. One thing of note, I set it on with a spacer. I don't want to say we had to use the spacer, because we probably could have maybe bent the fuel rail out enough to clear this, but with the spacer it does clear, and I don't think that half-inch of runner length is going to kill anything one way or another. Probably help us a little bit, but yeah, it's looking pretty rad. Woo! That's motivation. Looking pretty sweet. Old Nugs, man, looking a little serious now. Over our vacuum leak for the moment. So we also don't have the power brakes hooked up. We're ditching that anyway. But I just wanted to fire it up and see how it sounded or whatever. Well, it sounds pretty good. I mean, it's pretty it sounds really good to me. It's looks cool. It's pretty snappy. We put our 92 millimeter Pro-M on it as well. We got some JB Weld. We didn't work on it any today. The weather was just gross this morning. Everything was wet. It rained last night. It was a whole ordeal. We didn't work on it today. Can't tell. We were cleaning the shop up just a little bit this afternoon for dinner, and I was going to throw some JB Weld on our one hole on our super ported intake before we put it on with the heads and everything. Side note is that the testing tune that I missed on Friday night, or elected to not try to attend after some problems. The race the next day got rained out. So Joey has rescheduled that race for December 17th. I put up a comment asking if there would be any TNTs in between that time, like this coming weekend and then potentially the next weekend. And he said he would let me know. So there is a possibility that we will maybe be able to get in a TNT. We just got to have the car figured out a little bit more. I don't know if I will take it up with the Hogan's Heroes on there. I don't know. Let's be honest, I probably will, but I don't know if I will. We're not that far ahead yet. So another thing, Lance, we're like the homeless people. Lance just gives us all this junk, or say junk stuff. He had an old shift lights, one of the cheaper ones that you just set and stuff like that. But if it works, cool. We'll probably put this in the drag van. He said, "Hey, can you use that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could put this in. I'll put this in a drag van because I'm just gonna put old Suntac that I have in there." He also brought us some. He had these bottle brackets, missing one bolt and wing nut, but I'm not complaining. And he said, "Can you use it?" I said, "Yeah, maybe we can use those too." There's always a lot of moving parts in our program or our project situations. Things change constantly, so you never know what'll end up with what where. So speaking of projects and stuff, we found out what was wrong with Eric's car. He well, I'll just show you. As you can see, the input and the cluster got crushed in this situation and kind of had things bound up whenever Eric was trying to roll the motor over. So I guess we're just going to have to fix it. There you go. He killed the input shaft and killed the cluster. So, I mean, it's no big deal. It was a junkyard transmission, and, we made some passes and ran it, and it just, they break sometimes. We have broken some T5s this year, though, which is, but to be perfectly honest, as a whole, our group's cars are faster than they've ever been. So, that's going to happen. You're gonna get those. You're gonna get that on those big jobs sometimes. So, anyway, that's just a little quick thing to add into this video, and I'm trying to think of something else going on here. We'll probably do the rear suspension stuff, and that will probably wrap up the video for this video. So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next clip. We got some parts in the mail, and first, for your amusement, if you want to call it amusing, here's my stepdaughter trying to pick this up and carry it inside. All right, she was unsuccessful, but she gave it a solid effort. What we got here? I don't know what's in the big box, but I'm pretty sure I know what's in this box, which has been, it's got duct tape holding it together, and smells a little like something. This, oh my gosh. This. Oh gosh, at the wrapping. Hey, you know what we're going to get out of this though? A free rag. There it is. It is a mini spool. I personally have never ran one of these, and I've heard the horror stories about these things, like breaking and stuff, but you know what? We're just going to roll the dice on this like a riverboat gambler. Because someone actually, Don is the guy that actually got this for us. And he said, hey, you can trust the mini spool. So we're going to see if we can trust the mini spool. I cannot believe I'm going to put this in a 28 spline carrier and freaking try and run that on a stick shift car going into the sixes. That's crazy talk to me. But the other package, I honestly don't know what it is. Don, I want to thank you for the mini spool. That's really cool. I've never ran one, but you know what? Hey, a lot of things aren't always what the internet says, so we're going to give it a try and, see how it all works out. This is from another subscriber. I actually thought this box was something else because I couldn't tell how big it was in the ring. But I don't know what this is, honestly. But it is from a subscriber. It is from Mr. Brian Mulligan. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, sweet. A standard rotation water pump. You know what? We have got, we got a letter. I love the handwritten ones. Came across a few things I thought you could. Finally got around to cleaning out my garage and came across a few things I thought you could use. Rest of the stuff he couldn't throw away. But as a distributor in here, keep fighting a good fight against Dr. Fear, and thanks for your support of law enforcement. Hey, we always back to blue, man. Me and Teresa were eating the other night, or Saturday night, and there was a PPD officer in there eating by himself. I thank him for everything he does for our city, keeping us safe. So, Brian, thank you. I've got a home for that. I've already got a home for that. I was actually thinking about that today, not particularly that. Ooh. Oh, wow. Throttle cable bracket. I'm pretty sure yes, we're going to need one of these too. And it's chrome. That's very nice. Look at all this stuff. Oh, phenolic carb spacer. I'm down with that. We used the Bill ones, but we got I'm not 100% sure what these are. I know what that is. It's carb gaskets. Never have too many of those. I wonder what these are for. He will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. We got Edelbrock sticker. Anything that comes with stickers, and we also got 2 Fidanza performance stickers. Any package that comes with stickers is A-okay in my book. We got brand new big cap body. We got a Doug's Headers sticker, very nice. We got a Brandsy new rotor button. Ooh, hey. We got a 180-degree thermostat, brand new. I have got a home for that as well. I ordered a 45-degree, I ordered a 45-degree neck for the ported GT40 blower. I have a thermostat now. Thank you, Brian. I will put that together. And the standard rotation water pump, I think we're probably going to put on Rob Zombie because we need one there. So look at us making progress. This is a set of Taylor wires, and he said they're like 90-degree boots, like Chevy. So they would work with. Oh wow, these are brand new. Holy crap! They're make them yourselves. Dang, those are nice, dude. Appreciate that. That's very nice. 8mm Taylors. That's very, very nice. Man, look at us making out like bandits here. You know, I think I've got a good home for these too. Potentially 2 good homes. Teresa's car or the drag me. That's awesome. And what is this? Oh, we got a thermostat housing gasket. Can never have too many of those. And we got a distributor. Man, do. I bet he got it. It comes with a big cap. Yep, it's got a big cap in there. Brand new, with brand new rotor button as well. This is for a 85 GT. Dang, man. Brian, thank you very much. I appreciate that stuff. Cheese puff. It's like Christmas before Christmas. We're getting all this stuff, and a lot, like I say, the thermostat housing, the wires, of course the carb gaskets we use, the gasket, the water pump. We have already got homes for those. That's fantastic. Brian, I certainly appreciate it, and like I said, we always support our first responders, military, law enforcement, EMT. You guys do the hard work. Let us do what we're doing here without much worries in our lives, at least not in my life. So thanks again, I certainly appreciate it. I guess now we're going to try and maybe work on the rear suspension. So we'll see you guys in the next clip. Thanks, Brian. And thanks, Don, for the mini spool. Look at all these awesome parts you're getting. Love this stuff. Well, we got one upper controller out. And tomorrow afternoon, we're going to help Eric with some transmission stuff. So I'm pretty sure we won't be working on any of our stuff tomorrow afternoon. It'll probably take us the afternoon to get his situation squared away, hopefully. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off for now. I'd like to once again thank Brian for the generous gifts that he sent. Obviously, some of the stuff we're definitely going to use right off the bat, and I'm sure we will find some use for the other stuff as we go. I'd like to thank Don again for the use of the intake. It looks super cool on the car. Sounds cool. I would have liked to test drove it, but it just didn't work out. We started on this now. Also, probably going to pull the transmission, just take a look at the third gear thing. I think the shift fork's going to break. It's got that feel to me, but I could be wrong. But something's going on. At the very least, I've got another synchro to stick in it just because it's kind of wonky feeling. And that technically shouldn't take us, it's going to take us longer to do this than it is to do that. So, and we still don't know anything about the TNT for sure, so we're just kind of playing it by ear. But I want to thank Don for the use of the intake again. It's super cool. And for the mini spool. I can't believe I'm talking about putting a mini spool in a car to run sixes, but here we are. Just to be that guy. And again, I want to thank Brian for all the stuff once again. So thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. You got to see it in action once again. Especially, thanks for watching. And until next time, on the Substandard Leader and Fox Body videos on this here man's YouTube, 1 year only Lincolns, 4 drag vans, and as always, fighting the good fight against Dr. Fear with you guys' help. We'll see you in the next video.